Hello, good evening, Sharai. Are you there? Hello, Sharai. Can you hear me?
Yes, teacher. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yes, I can hear you, but I think your volume is like very, very low, Sharai. I can like hear you, but very, very low.
Okay, I don't know how to fix that.
Now I cannot understand very well because I can hear some noise, but your voice is very, very low.
Okay, wait a second, please. Teacher.
All right, try to check what's happening, Sharai. All right, I hear your microphone. Try to tell me something. I'm going to tell you if I can hear you.
Hey, teacher, can you hear me? I tried to fix that problem that you
Okay,
might
yes,
have.
I can hear you better now. It's still very weird because your voice feels like very weak, but I can hear, for example, the cars in the background, right, passing by, or some other noises, but your voice is kind of very low. Try to tell me something else, please, Sharai. I want to verify.
Okay, what can I tell you? I
Y- I think I'm going to be able to understand something. If it's going to be hard to understand what you're saying, because again, your voice is like laggy and sometimes it's like goes even lower. But let's try to work like this, Sharai. Do you see my screen?
yes, teacher, I can see you.
Okay. You have your all the information you need to join Pearson, right, Sharai? You have your username and your password. Is that correct?
Yes, teacher, it's
Good.
correct. I
Let's
have.
let's join Pearson then, please. Shall I go to Pearson? You know what's the link? Go to Pearson, log in, and go to settings. Tell me when you are there, because in that part, please, you're going to join a course, like it says over here. But first, let me copy the. Uh, all right. So in the chat, you can find to use when you join a course. So look, it's very simple. I think you did it before. You only need to log in. When you log in, you need to go to settings. And then when you go to settings, you are going to go here, right? To join the course. You click over there. And when you click there, you're going to have a window like this one. And of course, here is where you need to introduce or paste the ID that is in the chat. Please, let's do it now, Sharai, and you're going to tell me if you were able to do it.
Okay, teacher, wait a second, please.
All right, are these steps clear for you, Shari? If you need one more explanation, let me know, and I'm going to explain this again.
No, teacher, it's correct. Now I am in the same place that you are on your screen.
Very good. Let me know when you finish, please, and join. Again, I can hear you a little bit, but I think I can understand what you're telling me.
So the code is that one that's in the chat, right?
Yes, correct. That's the ID that you need to use to join the course.
Okay, one question, it appears some, I don't know how to say,
cannot hear very well what you're saying, Sharai. Can you repeat that, please?
Okay, it's up here something. I don't know what to put. Don't
It's a
transfer
question
grade.
about the grades. Yes, select not the negative option, all right? Don't bring grades with me or don't bring grades. The negative option is the correct one.
Don't transfer grades, right?
Yes, correct. Don't transfer grades then.
So I do that. Join a course is in progress. Please check later. Close, right?
Great. Yes, that's correct. Now let me refresh my web page. I think that you did it correctly. If you did it correctly, I'm going to be able to see you here in the list. Great. I see two people here already. So one of you already joined. Let me check. All right. So we have here these two, okay? Student 33, EO, and Mauricio Viamont. One of these usernames is yours, right, Sharai?
Yes, teacher. I'm student 33, I guess.
Great. That's great. So look, I'm not going to do it now because I need your partners to also join, but take this into account, please, Sharai. When I finish the conversations, I'm going to assign the first unit. All right, this is the first unit. We were already covering the first topic, which was causative verbs, right? But remember, please, then that you have today, tomorrow, and you have until Monday at 11:59 p.m. to finish this first unit. Everything that is related to the first unit, except for the quiz, because the quiz of the first unit is going to be assigned on Monday after the class. Do you have any questions about that? All right. So let's keep working. Today we have a conversation, Sharai. We're going to start a conversation. I'm going to share my screen one more time. I hope that it's
Teacher,
going to be possible.
I haven't my microphone activated. I was making a question. I,
Okay,
I asked you about what until what time those activities will available.
yes, okay. So let me repeat. Yes, it's weird because I was not listening to anything. That's why it's weird. I don't know what's happening. But okay. So Sharai, the assignment, the first unit is going to be assigned today after the conversations, and they are going to be available to complete until Monday at 11:59 p.m. All right. So you have today, you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and at 11:59 p.m. it's like the last right chance to take these assignments. Okay. Do you have any questions about that, Sharai? Again, I can hear you sometimes, but sometimes I cannot hear what you say.
Okay, teacher, it's correct. It's
Okay,
perfect.
very good. I'm going to be asking you, right, many times because sometimes again I cannot hear, but now I know that everything is clear. We can go then to the conversation. This is what we're going to do, Sharai. We're going to be watching not the whole video, right? Because I don't want you to watch a video in this conversation, only a video. We're going to be watching parts of the video, and the main idea here is that you can listen to the topic and to the main idea of those little parts of the video. So please, let's pay attention. I'm going to try to play it 30 seconds or 40 seconds more or less, and you're going to tell me everything that you were able to understand to have a conversation. All right? So let's begin. This is today's topic, and it's related to this question. Look, why do we dream? Let's pay attention to what they have to say.
In the 3rd millennium BCE, Mesopotamian kings recorded and interpreted their dreams on wax tablets. 1,000 years later, ancient Egyptians wrote a dream book listing over 100 common dreams and their meanings. And in the years since, we haven't paused in our quest to understand why we dream. So, after a great deal of scientific research, technological advancement, and persistence, we still don't have any definite answers, but we have some interesting theories.
Okay, that's like the introduction of this video, Sharai. Please try to tell me everything that you were able to understand. I want to know, right? what's your knowledge related to this vocabulary and also related to your listening skills.
All right. Teacher, do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Uh, what I understand in those 36 seconds is this video we're talking about the origins of life. Um,
Okay, one more time, please. Again, I can hear, but it's very low. Sometimes you get closer to your microphone, I think, and I think that's the time I can like listen better. But let's try to repeat one more time, please. Let's try to repeat one more time the idea.
what I understand is this video we're talking about the origin of the life.
All right. Again, it's been like very hard to do it. I'm going to try to do something with the video. Your number is right now in the WhatsApp group, right, Sharai? Your number is there.
Yes, yes,
Are you
teacher.
using your cell phone right now?
Yes, I with my cell phone next to me now, but I'm on my computer.
Okay. What's your number? What's the beginning of your number, Sharai? I'm going to call you via WhatsApp to see if it's going to be better.
Uh, my number WhatsApp is 710. It starts with 710.
710. Okay, there you go. Here you are. I'm calling you, all right? And I think we're going to have a conversation like this. Please wait for me. So I'm going to play it one more time and let me turn on the subtitles this time, Sharai, to see what is this introduction about. Okay, here I go. One more time.
BCE, Mesopotamia.
All right, so here.
In the 3rd millennium BCE, Mesopotamian kings recorded and interpreted their dreams on.
So here I'm going to be like making some comments, all right? And I'm going to call you one more time and you're going to tell me again the summary of this. So yes, they are talking about ancient like events. They are talking about Mesopotamian, all right? That's of course very old. They are talking about the kings and how they recorded and interpreted their dreams on wax right tablets like this,
Wax tablets. 1,000 years later, ancient Egyptian.
right? 1,000 years later, they are talking about ancient Egyptians. And they are talking about also dreaming, right? In this case, a dream book.
wrote a dream book listing over 100 common dreams and their meanings.
And this is interesting, right? Because this is like very, very detailed. In this book, you can find what? The most common dreams and what they mean.
And in the years since, we haven't paused in our quest to understand why we dream. So,
Right? And after those things, of course, human beings have been like continuing, right, in the search of understanding what's dreaming, right? What are the meaning of dreams, and so on.
after a great deal of scientific research, technological advancement, and persistence, we still don't have any definite answers.
Right? And even though we have like a lot, right, of technological advancements, we have not been able to understand what dreams are. But here in this video, we are supposed to watch some interesting theories, all right, some interesting theories, perhaps to have like a glance to what dreams could be.
But we have some interesting theories.
Okay, now up to that part, I'm going to call you one more time, Sharai, and you're going to try to make a summary of this. Give me 1 second, please. All right, so Lourdes, let's begin with you. I was in a call with Sharai. We were having some technical problems, but I think that now we're able to start a conversation with you. How are you? Are you there?
Yes, teacher. Hi.
All right, hello. How's everything going? Is everything okay?
Yes, everything is fine, teacher. Thank you.
That's great. Great to know, Lourdes. So today it's going to be like a general conversation. Then I'm going to be asking some like things that are interesting for you so that I can start doing what some of you advised in the last conversation we had, right? When we were working together in that course. So first, let's watch this video. And at the end of the video, please, Lourdes, I want you to tell me what kind of videos you will be interested in watching, what kind of content you will be interested in having conversations with, so that we can like consume that kind of content. All right. But today, let's begin with this conversation about dreaming. And the first question to start a conversation, Lourdes, is the following. What do you think about dreams? Do you think that dreams have their meaning, or do you think that dreams are only dreams? What do you think about them?
Um, I I really think that dreams are only dreams. I don't have that thought that the dreams have a specific meaning, and I think that that kind of thoughts it's related with maybe with the superstitions, and so I think that they are dreams only.
Okay, very good. In this video, of course, they are going to try to see, because you know that many people are interested, right, about dreams. They believe, and many people believe that they have their meanings, and many people and scientifics try to understand what's the function of dreams? Because perhaps, yes, a part of dreams is like dedicated to these superstitions, right? If you dream this, it's like good luck or bad luck, or this is going to happen, or someone is going to die, or something. I don't know, right? They have like many, many things. Let's try to pay attention to this video, because they're going to show some interesting information going to the most, all right, or from the most simple things to the most complex related to the brain function. Let's begin then
BCE, Mesopotamian king.
from this part.
In the 3rd millennium BCE, Mesopotamian kings recorded and interpreted their dreams on wax tablets. 1,000 years later, ancient Egyptians wrote a dream book listing over 100 common dreams and their meanings. And in the years since, we haven't paused in our quest to understand why we dream. So, after a great deal of scientific research, technological advancement, and persistence, we still don't have any definite answers, but we have some interesting theories.
Okay, that's the short introduction. Very briefly, please, Lourdes, what were you able to understand about this short introduction?
Um, it says that the research about dreamings, about the meaning of this, started so many years ago, even before Jesus. And it says that at the beginning, the a group of people, I don't remember the name, misomin, something like that, something with
Okay,
M, that they started to write the dreams in rocks. And then so many years later, they started to write like a book, like a guide, something like that, with all the dreams they had, and the meaning that they they try to relate with something. So after all these years, um, there is not scientific uh, reason or a scientific meaning for this kind of dreams.
okay, very good. That's a great summary. You have all the information. Everything is correct. Just to help you out with the vocabulary, I'm going to help you check those words that you were not sure about. So they're talking about Mesopotamia, right? And they're saying that Mesopotamian kings recorded and interpreted their dreams on wax tablets. So yes, you can commonly see that as a rock, but you can call that a wax tablet. which is like the material in which they wrote some rules, and of course they wrote also these things related to dreams. That was very good. Then you were talking about books. That's perfect. And the books are related to the Egyptian, right, ancients who wrote a dream book who contained what? Common dreams and their meaning. And then following to that, we have a little bit more, right? What else? It says what you mentioned very well. We continued searching for meaning or to understand what the dream is, but actually we don't have like a definite answer, right? Even we have this technological advancement, we don't have like that definite answer, but we have some interesting theories. So let's begin. We still have like 4 minutes. So let's continue from that part. I don't know if you have any questions about this introduction, Lourdes. Let me know if you do, please.
No, teacher, everything is clear.
Great. Let's continue from this part, and I'm going to play the first theory, which is related to psychoanalysis, all right? And try to tell me everything that you're going to be able to understand. So let's go.
We dream to fulfill our wishes. In the early 1900s, Sigmund Freud proposed that while all of our dreams, including our nightmares, are a collection of images from our daily conscious lives, they also have symbolic meanings, which relate to the fulfillment of our subconscious wishes. Freud theorized that everything we remember when we wake up from a dream is a symbolic representation of our unconscious primitive thoughts, urges, and desires. Freud believed that by analyzing those remembered elements, the unconscious content would be revealed to our conscious mind, and psychological issues stemming from its repression could be addressed and resolved.
Okay, that's the first one, Lourdes. That was a theory that had a lot of impact, all right, in the 1900s, more or less. And many people, right, who are into psychoanalysis, they are still using this way of interpreting dreams. They don't believe that there's one meaning to each dream, but they, of course, had like a very specific way to understand. With that video and with this explanation, what were we able to understand about
Um, well, it says that we remember from our dreams the things that maybe represent our um unconscious subconsciente
it? Okay, subconscious, subconscious.
subconscious. Okay. So we remember that things and all those things it's really are related with maybe our feelings, our fears, even our strong strongness strongs
You can
fortalezas
say strength, strength,
straight.
strength. Uh-huh.
So yes, and I think that it says that we dream with everything that we saw we we see in the morning uh, in our day. I'm not so too sure about that.
Yes, yes, that's correct. That's correct, Lourdes. You have the many information. And also it's very important, they say, then according to psychoanalysis, we dream to fulfill our wishes, right? So in a certain way, when we dream something, we are doing what we want there because we have desires. And what you said is correct. We dream objects, we dream about people, we dream of anything that we saw during the day or during the past days. And those things are going to represent something, right? It's not that you dream of a rat, that you want something with a rat. No. The rat, of course, is going to have a specific meaning according to how you understand that in your dreaming, right? So let me turn on the captions to finish the conversation and show some interesting vocabulary. So, fulfill. Do you know what's to fulfill, Lourdes?
It's like I don't know how to say it um when you, for example, when you have an empty glass, you can fulfill with water. Maybe it's something like that.
Okay. Yeah, actually, you can only use fill for that, right? You can fill the glass out, okay? You can fill the glass up. But fulfill is more a verb that is going to be related to what is a wish? A wish is something that you desire, right? If you can make that wish come true, if you can do what you wish, you fulfill that. Okay? To fulfill something is to do something, to achieve something. All right? It's more related to that. Fulfilling wishes is doing what you wish. That's the same thing in other words than Lourdes. Then it says that we dream to fulfill our dreams. It means to do what we wish. Then this is important, a collection of images, right, in our daily conscious lives. So what we see during the day is what we're going to dream of. And this is related, right, to the fulfillment of our subconscious wishes. It means if your desire is to have power, you're going to dream of something that is going to tell you that. And here's the word that you were using, right? Strength. All right, strength. So power, security, strength. You can dream, right, of things that are going to help you with that. And these are not real things, right? These are the objects that you saw, but these are only symbolic, right, representations that are going to help you understand what you desire subconsciously or what's happening, fear, insecurity, right, some kind of status, lust, etc. And yes, right, trying to analyze those things is analyzing like the meaning of those representations. But that's it. Let's try to finish this with a short explanation one more time, please, Lourdes. Can you explain one more time with all that extra information what was the first theory of dreaming about?
Um, I think that there is not a first theory like 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 a theory. It was like the people used to write all these dreams and have achieve from them, and they told that all these dreams have had a meaning, but and it was related with the Egyptian, but it was not a scientist theory. And then there is this theory, so many years later, that says that dreams describe some desires, some wishes that a person have, um, and the things that this person dreams, it related or is the representation or of something that this person desires.
Okay, very good. I think that was a great summary of everything that we watched today. So to finish, please, Lourdes, if you can, in the meantime, you can send that information to the chat. Try to tell me something about your interest, all right, Lourdes? Some kind of video, some kind of content that you would like to work during this month so that we can watch that content and have conversations related to that. I think we did a great job with this video. If you're interested in continue watching this, because I believe that
Logical
I'm going
issues
to make it.
stemming
All
from
right.
its repression could be addressed and
All right. I'm going to send a link to the chat so that you have access to it. Why? Because I think that there are some interesting theories later this. You have like five theories more, I think. and they are really interesting to know, and perhaps it's going to be something that it's good to know. So, in the chat again, please, Lourdes, try to send all the things you would like to have conversations about. But I think that's going to be it. Do you have any final questions or comments? Let me know, please.
No, teacher, everything it's okay.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Don't forget to send me that information. You can do it here in the chat here, or you can do it also via WhatsApp. All right?
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Lourdes, one more question, please. Were you able to join Pearson? Were you able to do it?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, very good. That's it. Thank you very much then, Lourdes, and see you tomorrow for the next class.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Good evening, Mariana. Are you there?
Hello, teacher. Yes.
Hello. All right. Sorry for making you wait so long, but I was finishing this conversation. Don't worry. We're going to try to compensate that time, right? We're starting like 5 minutes like later that we're supposed to, but let's begin, Mariana. The
Okay.
first question is related to Pearson. Were you doing Pearson, Mariana? Are you there already?
No, sorry, I am not in my house, but
Okay.
I
Let's
have
try to
my. Sorry,
tell me. No, tell me, Mariana.
I have my laptop here.
Okay, so you're going to
I'm
be
going
able
to
to do it
turn
here.
on and give
Perfect.
me
Perfect.
1 minute, please.
Of course, of course. Turn it on so that we can join Pearson today because it's really important due to the fact that after these conversations, I'm going to be assigning, all right, the first unit. And it's very important that all of you are here in the platform so that all of you have the chance to complete this unit until Monday, all right?
Okay. Yeah. Mm.
In the meantime, I'm going to ask you some questions, all right? This is related to the
Okay.
conversation that we're going to have, Mariana. We're talking about dreams, about dreaming. I want you to tell me, Mariana, what's your perspective or what's your opinion on dreaming? What do you think about that? Do you think that dreams have their meaning, or do you think that dreams are only dreams? What do you think about
Um, I think that dreams are um I think that dreams are thoughts or things that happens in real life and it's represented in dreams when I don't know how to explain. Um,
But you're doing it good, Mariana. Actually, it's related to some theory that we're going to be watching and learning today. Yes, correct. It's related sometimes, right? Some theories say that we dream of things, people, and anything that you saw during the day, right? And they are represented in a certain way, and perhaps they have like their own meaning according to the meaning that you want to give them. But yes, it can be related to that. And do you think that it has like a specific function related to the brain, Mariana? Do you think that it helps in a certain way, or there's a very specific function related to the brain?
um, yes, I think that dreams. I think that dreams say things that are going to happen too, and I don't know. And I don't know, but
All right, don't worry. Again, we don't know much about dreams, right? But today we're going to try to take a look at some things that can give us like a very short idea, right? A very like superficial idea about them, right? Throughout many theories, we're going to try to understand what dreams are, at least, right, in theory. But we're going to see later on. So, are you with your laptop over there already, Mariana?
yes, Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
good.
It's here.
Go to Pearson, please, Mariana. I imagine that you used Pearson before, right?
Yes, I am in Pearson right.
Good.
It's
When you're in
um.
Pearson, you're going to do the following. In the chat, Mariana, I'm copying and pasting the ID that you're going to use. So you need to follow
Okay.
this. You go to Pearson, you select the product that you have. Remember, it's the green product, Mariana, okay? The green product, Pearson English Interactive 4. When you are there, you need to go first, go to settings. When you're in settings, go to join a course. All right. And when you are there, so let me do some arrows. First, right, it was Pearson. Oh, sorry, settings. Yes, you go to Pearson, you go to settings, then you go to join a course. And when you are there, you click in join a course and you need to copy and paste your ID over here.
Okay. Um.
All right. That's the
Yeah.
path that you need to follow.
Join course. Where is the code of?
It's in the chat. It's in the chat here in Zoom. Go to the chat, all right? And you can see the code over there.
Okay. Mm.
All right, it's M3W4-7XUH. If you want, I'm also going to paste that here. If you look at my screen, it's also there. All right,
Okay. And
M3W4-7XUH. Take it a look.
seven XUH.
There you go, exactly.
Okay.
Right?
Um,
So you're going to be asked a question, Mariana, and in the question you have to select don't transfer the grades with me or something similar to
transfer. Sorry. It's transfer grade, so don't transfer grades.
that. Don't, do not transfer the grades.
Okay, it says joining a course is in progress. Please check later.
Perfect. Now
It's
it's done.
okay.
When it's yes, you can close that little window. I'm going to
Okay.
refresh my page. I'm going to enter here and let me know if one of these is your username, please. Which of these ones is your username, Mariana?
Mm. Um.
Is it this one? Nerve.eo, student33eo, Mauricio Villamon?
Yes,
Which one is yours?
it's EEONIRV.
Okay, good. Very good. Then you are here. So the reminder, the quick reminder, that's it with Pearson. Thank you very much. Now we're going to have like a very short, sorry, conversation, but related to Pearson, Mariana, take this into account. After we finish the conversation with all your partners, I'm going to assign the first unit. Okay, so you're going to have today, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Monday at 11:59 p.m. is like the limit, right, to complete the first unit. Okay, so you have many
Okay.
days to complete the first unit. Remember, so the due date is Monday at 11:59 p.m. Do you have any questions related to that, Mariana? Let me know if you do, please.
No, no.
Good. Now let's go to this video. It's going to be a short video. I'm not going to show the introduction. We're going to watch directly the first explanation. All right? At least 1 minute here, Mariana. I want to know the following. First, the introduction was about dreaming, all right? In history, we've been trying to understand what dreams are, we've been trying to know their meanings, etc., etc., but we have not succeeded. It means that we don't know what dreams are. But in this video, they are going to show us some theories in which they explain what dreams are. Let's watch this first explanation very shortly, Mariana. It's going to be a few seconds, and you're going to explain everything that you were able to understand. All right?
Okay.
Okay, very briefly, let's listen to it.
Dream to fulfill our wishes.
One more time, a little bit before that. Here.
We dream to fulfill our wishes. In the early 1900s, Sigmund Freud proposed that while all of our dreams, including our nightmares, are a collection of images from our daily conscious lives, they also have symbolic meanings, which relate to the fulfillment of our subconscious wishes. Freud theorized that everything we remember when we wake up from a dream is a symbolic representation of our unconscious primitive thoughts, urges, and desires. Freud believed that by analyzing those remembered elements, the unconscious content would be revealed to our conscious mind, and psychological issues stemming from its repression could be addressed and resolved.
Okay, that was the first theory. It's the only one we're going to work today because of the time. We're going to continue working the next conversation. But before finishing, Mariana, what were you able to understand about the first?
I understand that dreams are everything represents everything that we look at day, and it contains our fears too, and our problems. And I suppose that the answers of that problems it we can look at dreams too.
All right. That's really interesting. Yes, in a certain way, yes, they are saying that we dream to fulfill our wishes, right? To do what we wish. Yes, we remember, or well, the things that we dream are things, right, that we saw throughout the day, and those things are representations or something that we desire. It can be power. It can be even like sexual desire, fears, right? Many things, many emotions, many like wishes that you have. And yes, that's correct. The answers to deal with those problems are also in the dreams, because when we try to interpret those dreams and we interpret like the representations of those objects and those things according to this theory, you're able to solve and to deal with some psychological problems as well. So let's do something, please, Mariana. Again, we spent some time in doing when working with Pearson, but it was good. Here, I'm copying and pasting the link of this video in the chat, Mariana. Take a look at the introduction and this first theory one more time. And in the next conversation, we're going to make like a short summary of this first part, and we're going to continue watching the next theories to understand them together. Okay?
Okay.
Very good. Do you have any final questions or comments before finishing today? Let me know if you do, please.
Okay. Well, I understand very well, but I get stuck when I am speaking, and I think
Don't
that this a problem. But I understand very well.
Good, good. So I'm going to be helping you out, all right? I'm going to be helping you out with those things. So when we have these conversations, I'm going to try to give you some tools to improve perhaps the way you can connect the ideas when you try to express yourself, all right? You're going to try to explain that first in your own words. And if I see that you can use better words, better expressions, or better connectors to improve your speaking, I'm going to do that. In your case, then Mariana, I'm going to do it. We're going to watch these videos to understand some kind of content, and then I'm going to help you express yourself better. Okay?
Okay.
That's perfect. So take a look at them one more time at this video when you can, and we're going to be working. I'll see you tomorrow in class to continue with the contents that we need to cover, Mariana. Thank you for being today, and have a good night.
Okay. Bye, teacher.
Bye bye. See you. Good evening, Luciana. Are you there? Can you
Hi,
hear me?
sorry.
Hello, Luciana. So sorry for making you wait. How are you? Is everything okay?
Yes, no problem. No worry.
That's great. So, Luciana, today we have the first conversation, but before starting with the conversation, it's very important that we can join Pearson. So, please, if you can go to Pearson, Luciana, it's going to be something that we need to do right now. When you're in Pearson, you need to follow these steps to join the course. First, the
Okay,
ID that you need, all right, the ID, the code that you need is in the chat. If you check the chat, you have a code. It's M3W4-7XUH.
and I
That
am.
code,
I don't know if
tell me
it's my microphone yours.
one more time, Mariana. I was not, oh, sorry, Luciana, I was not able to understand that.
Ah,
What
okay,
did you,
sorry. I don't know if it's my microphone or yours.
uh, you cannot hear very well? Or what's happening, Luciana? Let me know, please.
I have problems with my computer. I don't know if it's something like this.
All right.
Maybe I
Well,
can go back right now.
okay. Okay, try to do it. Let's try to solve that problem, Luciana.
Yes.
All right. Is everything better now, Luciana? Let me know, please.
Hi.
Hello. So is everything better
Hi.
now, Luciana?
Cell phone. It's my computer that
Okay, different name. Okay, it doesn't matter. The thing is that, can you hear me well? Can you see my
yes,
screen?
I can see the
Okay,
screen.
very good. So let's follow these steps, please, Luciana.
Yes, I'm
This is
gonna
what.
start with myself.
Okay.
Be right back.
Luciana, are you there?
Hi,
Hello, Luciana. So how's
can
everything
you
going?
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I think it's your problem.
I don't
I
know.
don't hear you.
I had a conversation with
I know, and I hear everything in the conversation, but right now I'm enter with another phone, and I try with my laptop and with this phone. So I don't know if it's my problem because I changed my.
Yes. Also, but what's the problem now, Luciana? You cannot hear me well, or you cannot see the screen. Tell me what's the problem.
It's like I talk and I hear like a lot of noise. I don't know if you hear it, but it's like
No,
echo.
yes, no, I don't hear any noise. Actually, it happens sometimes when you use two devices, but actually, I'm only with one device, and I only see that you're using one device, but I don't,
Yes,
and I don't hear any noise, Luciana. It's weird. It's weird.
yes,
I
I
don't know.
know. I can
Let's.
hear you perfectly,
Uh-huh.
but it's like I talk.
I
I don't
think
know
it's
if maybe we can
yes because
try
I cannot
in
hear.
WhatsApp. I don't know what we can do because if I send you an audio, it's like I talk, and after I talk, I hear a lot of noise, like echo and like so much noise. And I can hear you, but if I start talking, that this happens. But I enter first with my laptop, and then I change to other cell phone.
Okay, so yes, let's try to do it via WhatsApp. What's the
Okay,
number
please.
that you have in WhatsApp, please, Luciana? But you need to
Um,
stay here. Don't leave the meeting because you need to see my screen. All right? Only
okay,
audio is going to
perfect.
be possible. Give me
I'm
one
gonna
second.
give you my number in chat. It's okay.
Yes, no, it's in the group, right? You're in the group, Luciana. Tell me what's the
Yes.
beginning of your number?
7699
7699. Okay, it's like
four
seven
two.
six nine nine 4288, right? Okay.
Please,
Good
we
call.
can do the audio there, and I can see the phone.
Very good. I agree with you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello, Whitney. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yes.
Hello. So, Whitney, please wait for me just 1 minute. I'm finishing the conversation with Luciana. We had some technical problems, so I had to call her via WhatsApp. Right now, I'm finishing this conversation. 1 minute, and I'm going to start with you. All right?
Okay, no
In the,
problem.
great. In the meantime, please, Whitney, go to Pearson, and when you are in Pearson, try to do this. I'm going to copy and paste the code. Try to join Pearson with that code. If you have problems, I'm going to help you out. In 1 minute, I'm with you. Hello, good evening, Whitney. Can you hear me? I think your microphone is off, Whitney.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I hear you.
All right, thank you very much for waiting. Sorry, all right, about well that lateness. It's just that I was trying to have a conversation with Luciana. She was having some problems, like some technical problems, but okay, it's done. Thank you for joining again. Thank you for waiting. Let's begin this with you. This conversation, well, we're supposed to have a conversation about this topic, which is dreaming, all right? Dreams. What are dreams? Trying to understand dreams with some theoretical explanation that science has. But before that, I want to be sure that you are in Pearson so that I can assign all the things that we're supposed to work on. So, Whitney, do you have all the information? Do you have your username and password to join Pearson?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Do you, well, first, have you used Pearson before?
Yes.
Okay, good. Just in case in the chat, I'm copying and pasting the link of Pearson. Go to that link, please. You have to log in with your account, okay, your username and your password. When you
Okay.
are there, please, Whitney, when you log in and you do everything, you need to follow these steps that I'm going to show you on my screen. First, when you are there in the course, it doesn't matter. If you're in course, you need to go to settings first. All right, so let me show you like this. First, settings, then join a course. When you click in join a course, you have a new little window. There, you're going to introduce the ID that I'm going to send also to the chat. So this is the path. All right, one more time. First, settings, right? Second, join a course. And third, you're going to copy and paste this ID. The ID is in the chat. I'm copying it and pasting it right now, but it's also on my screen that you can see it over here. All right, let's do it, please, Whitney. If you have problems, let me know.
Okay, I do it. And the name of the course is 811, right?
Yeah, correct. Good. So you already did it. That's perfect. Let me verify that you are here. I'm going to show you some IDs, and you're going to tell me which username is yours. Give me a second. You should be in the list now. Okay.
Student 7.
All right, let me verify. On my screen, you're going to see your name, perhaps. Yes, you are here, right? EO student 7. Very good. So you are here with me. So let me give you this quick reminder. First, today, after the conversations with you and with your partners, I'm going to go to course and I'm going to assign the first unit.
Okay.
All the information that you need with me is in Google Classroom. I gave you the link yesterday, right? It's in the chat. Well, yes, in the WhatsApp chat. The link is to join Google Classroom. On Google Classroom, you can find many documents. One of them is called Pearson. And on that document, you can find like very specific dates of the units, of the quizzes, of the final test, etc. So the first information that you need to know is that today I'm going to assign the first unit, and it's going to be due to Monday at 11:59 p.m. So you have today, you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday to finish this first unit. Do you have any questions about that?
Only B1, right?
Exactly. Only the first unit, which is B1, and Talia's brilliant plant. That's the only unit you need to complete for Monday. All right?
Okay.
Good, very good. Now that we're done with that, we can go to the conversation itself. And today's conversation, as I was telling you already, it's going to be about dream or dreaming. I have some questions to begin with this conversation with me. The first question is, what do you think about dreams? Do you think that dreams have some meaning, or do you think that they are only dreams and that's it?
What I think about the dream, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. I think that the dreams is important for almost always people because when we have a dream, we have a um, a, a I don't know what is the main.
try to explain it in different words, all right? Try to go to that word that you want to say, but you don't remember the word, but try to explain it differently. What is that word that you want to say in other words?
Um, when you have a dream, you have an object in your life and you can do it. And that's the idea.
Okay, okay, good, good. I understand that. Just remember also with me, take this into account. After you stop speaking, I'm going to try to help you with some, either could be corrections, some recommendations, all right, or some advice so that you can improve your speaking skills. Okay?
Okay.
So the first thing, remember, you said dreams, it was plural, and then you say is, right? But
Mhm.
I think we should agree the subject with the verb. So it's going to be, I think the dreams are very important, right? Or you can say it differently with me and you can say, I think that dreams are something important, or I think that dreams, you can use a different word, right? Dreams like have an impact in our lives, dreams. So any kind of verb you're going to use needs to be conjugated, right, in plural if you're using plural. Only that. And just to know, what was the word that you wanted to use? You said object, but perhaps instead of object, you wanted to say objective. Is it objective, goal, purpose? One of those words can work over there.
Purpose.
Purpose. Okay, good.
Yes.
Because if you say object, object is different. It's better to say objective. Okay, if you have an objective, purpose, goal, all right, something you want to achieve. Great. Now, with that idea, I'm going to show you first. I'm going to explain very briefly the introduction. The introduction, it's only about they are saying that from Mesopotamian, right, very ancient civilizations, they tried to understand what dreams are, but we were not able to do it. So, in this video, they are going to show you some theories to try to understand what dreams are. And this that you are taking a look at my screen, we dream to fulfill our wishes. This is the first theory. So please listen carefully because after we finish watching the first part, it's only going to be 30 seconds, 40 seconds. You're going to explain everything that you were able to understand. Okay?
Okay.
Good. So let's begin. And here.
We dream to fulfill our wishes. In the early 1900s, Sigmund Freud proposed that while all of our dreams, including our nightmares, are a collection of images from our daily conscious lives, they also have symbolic meanings, which relate to the fulfillment of our subconscious wishes. Freud theorized that everything we remember when we wake up from a dream is a symbolic representation of our unconscious primitive thoughts, urges, and desires. Freud believed that by analyzing those remembered elements, the unconscious content would be revealed to our conscious mind, and psychological issues stemming from its repression could be addressed and resolved.
All right, that's the first theory about dreaming. This is something related to psychoanalysis. All right, some people that are into psychoanalysis, they are still using this knowledge to try to interpret some dreams. All right, when you're a patient, you go to the, it's not the psychologist, it's someone different, okay? But the psychologists who also work with psychoanalysis, they still work with this kind of theories. So, what were you able to understand about this first theory with me?
Okay. This scientific, Sigmund Freud, expounds that the people have a representation about something that represent about other things like anxiety, low self-esteem, or other things.
Okay, good. Some little advice and corrections over there. Remember, when you say, for example, scientific, scientific, it's like an adjective, all right? You can say, for example, that's a scientific magazine. But if you want to talk about a person, you need to say scientist, right? This scientist called Sigmund Freud, correct? Scientist, good. I'm going to help you with this pronunciation. This is going to be like anxiety, all right? Anxiety, good. You have these kind of problems, anxiety, right? low self-esteem, correct? Shame, yes. So, yes, the first theory, and I'm going to be showing you some words now with the captions with me to understand this together. First, Freud, which was, yes, a scientist, he was considered like the father of psychoanalysis, theorized that everything right that we remember when we wake up from a dream is something that we saw throughout the day. Okay, that's very important. So everything that we see in our dreams also has like a symbolic representation, as you were saying. All right, so you can say a symbolic representation, but those representations are unconscious, all right, or of our conscious primitive thoughts, urges, and desires. It means that we dream about things that we want to do, that we desire, that we wish. And of course, that's represented throughout some elements or objects like those ones. And this is important, and I want you to explain me this part. Freud believed, all right, that by analyzing those remembered elements, okay, for example, fear, insecurity, lust. Do you know what's lust? I'm going to take this word. Do you know what's the meaning of that word with me?
Mhm.
What is the meaning of that word, or how can you explain this word?
I don't know what is lost.
Okay, so lust is like sexual desire. All right, so you have fear, insecurity, and sexual desire. For example, they are given that example in this video. And look, when you analyze those remembered dreams, for example, fear, insecurity, and lust, the unconscious content will be revealed to our conscious mind. It means that the things that are unconscious or subconscious are getting conscious, and psychological issues stemming or originating from its repression are going to disappear or are going to be resolved. All right. So when you analyze and understand your dreams, you can solve many psychological problems that you may have related to those dreams. Now that I explained this one more time, to finish today's conversation with me, I would like you to give me a summary one more time about this first theory. How can you explain this in your own words now?
Other explain, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Sigmund Freud exposed that this exposed this theory about some elements represent other things, um, because our um, our our dreams, um, I don't remember the word.
Perhaps
Subconscious,
it's subconscious, unconscious. Tell me.
subconscious,
Okay.
subconscious represents other things like anxiety or dusty.
Last, last. Okay. Anxiety, right?
Anxiety.
Anxiety. Correct. And what happens when you analyze those representations with me? What happens when you analyze the representations and they become conscious? What happens? Something positive or something negative?
Um, I think that is positive because when we dream, we can know what is our problem. If I had a problem with our families or with our university, I don't know, and you can to try to resolve these problems when you analyze it, your dreams.
Okay, okay, I think that was very accurate. Just be careful with some words. Remember, you can say when we dream or when we remember or analyze the dreams that we have. Remember again, try to use always the same idea. If it's singular, singular. If it's plural, plural. Good. I agree with you. It's positive because when we are conscious about the things or the problems that we may have, we are going to be able, right, to deal with them. Correct. Any final questions or comments before finishing today with me? We spent some time with Pearson first, because it was important, but the next conversation it's only going to be a conversation about topics like this. And actually the next conversation we're going to continue watching the next theories related to this, all right, dreaming, to understand a little bit more about this and to learn more vocabulary. Any comments or questions before finishing? Let me know, please.
No, I don't have question.
Great. So with me, please don't forget also to join tomorrow. It's very important. Tomorrow we're going to continue with the class. All right. And any questions that you have related to the first one, you can, at the beginning of the tomorrow's class, you can ask some questions if you watch the video of the first class. Remember if you want to watch the video of the first class, you need to go to WhatsApp, the description of the group, and then you watch the video and ask me the questions that you may have. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Perfect. You're very welcome. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Hello, good evening, Melissa. Are you there? Sorry for making you wait.
Yes, José Luis. No
Okay,
worries.
so great. Yes, I will have it. Well, actually, some students were having some problems, some technical problems. Two of them had problems with their microphone, I think. First, Mariana was struggling with that. The voice was very, very low. Then it was Luciana who was hearing like echo or something like that, and she was not able to have the conversation. So I had to call them via WhatsApp, but I think we were able to solve the problem. I just wanted to let you know. So, are you ready for today's conversation, Melissa?
Yes.
Good. First, I want to know if you also are in Pearson and Melissa. Were you able to join?
Not yet, because I was working until almost 7, but I will do it today. The link, the code is in the classroom, right?
Yes, you can check it there, but now if you want, the code is also right now in the chat. Yes, but right now let's take advantage. Let's have the conversation. So when you finish, well, when we finish this conversation, try to join, please, because I'm going to assign the first unit, which is going to be due to Monday at 11:59 p.m.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Yes.
So the first topic is going to be about dreams. My first question, and actually not just one, I have two questions to begin with. The first one, what are dreams for you, Melissa? Do you think that dreams have like a special meaning, or do you think that dreams are only dreams?
I think they have a special meaning
All right,
for me.
okay. What are, for example, some meanings that some dreams could have according to you, or something that you've heard?
I don't know. To me, they represent maybe fears or your expectations or desires about something specific. For example, if you, I don't know, have a difficult time in your dream or something bad happens, maybe it's a representation of a fear that you have in real life. For example, related to your job, or I don't know, to lose someone that you love, or maybe I don't know, some people dream about, I don't know, being I don't know, robbed,
Okay,
or that something bad happens, and maybe to me they represent your fears and maybe what you desire.
okay, very good. Actually, that's very, very related to the first theory, perhaps the first two. No, I think it's the first theory that we're going to be analyzing today. That is actually right a theory that one, well, some people, for example, Simon Freud, were working in psychoanalysis. So let's take a look at this. With you, we're going to watch the introduction of this video, which is very short. And after watching these first 30 seconds or 35 seconds, you're going to try to tell me everything that you understood. All right? Good. Let's begin.
In the 3rd millennium BCE, Mesopotamian kings recorded and interpreted their dreams on wax tablets. 1,000 years later, ancient Egyptians wrote a dream book listing over 100 common dreams and their meanings. And in the years since, we haven't paused in our quest to understand why we dream. So, after a great deal of scientific research, technological advancement, and persistence, we still don't have any definite answers, but we have some interesting theories.
Good. That's the introduction. It's a very short one, but they are trying to give us the first ideas to understand why we're looking for this. So, what were you able to understand in this first part, Melissa?
I was able to understood the evolution of the maybe the study of the meaning of dreams.
All right.
Uh, for example, they talked about Egyptians, even earlier before Christ. I don't know if you say that.
Yes,
But
yes. They were talking about Mesopotamia as well, right? Before even the Egyptians.
exactly, yes.
All
Uh-huh.
right.
They
Correct.
were
Correct.
talking about that, but there's not a definite answer. There's not a correct answer to why we dream.
Correct, correct. Now, just one thing to verify. Remember, for example, you were saying, right, at first, I was able to, you said understood, right? But let's be careful with that because when you use the expression being able to, then you need to use the verb in the base form, right? So it's better if you use first
Okay.
past, that understand has to be base form, right? I was able to understand, but the rest of it was right. Good. And you're right. I'm going to show you now the captions to be sure that we have all the vocabulary we need. First, look, the first people were some Mesopotamian kings, right, who recorded and interpreted their dreams on wax tables. What are wax tables? These things, right? These are wax, like, sorry, and then they have like tablets over there. Then, of course, the Egyptians, and the Egyptians were working on a book, and this book contained what? Some common dreams and their meanings. And then later on is what you mentioned very well. Even though we've been with a lot of scientific research, we have not been able to like find a specific right or the right answer to this. But we have some theories, and these are the theories we're going to analyze in this conversation. Actually, we're going to focus on the first one, but later on, we're going to continue working the next theories. So, the first one, this is, all right, the title of the first one. Can you read this title, please, Melissa?
We dream to fulfill our wishes.
Good. What do you understand about this title, and how can you explain in your own words the meaning of fulfill?
Mm, I think it's like to satisfy.
Okay, it's very
To
related to that. When you fulfill
Mhm.
something, you can satisfy. What else?
Maybe it's also about, I don't know, to accomplish something like your goals
Correct.
or what you want to, where do you want to get in life, or what do you want to get
Okay.
about
Okay.
certain things.
Okay. I agree with you. Fulfill can have like a very, very broad, right, set of meanings. But yes, the main ones are related to do something that you want, right? To accomplish something, to complete something, right? To be able to fit something also. So, good. We dream to fulfill our wishes. So it means that what we wish, right, is something that, of course, we want to do, but we don't always have the chance of doing what we wish, right? Why? Because life is like that. In life, sometimes we wish things that we cannot do because either they are prohibited, either there are some rules that are not they are not going to let us do that, or there are certain contexts or situations in which we cannot do them. But we dream to do it at least in our dreams. And also there's another meaning. So let's take a look at this first theory, Melissa. We're going to do the same job. After we finish, you're going to tell me everything that you were able to understand.
Fulfill our wishes.
Okay, one more
Dream
time.
to fulfill our wishes. In the early 1900s, Sigmund Freud proposed that while all of our dreams, including our nightmares, are a collection of images from our daily conscious lives, they also have symbolic meanings, which relate to the fulfillment of our subconscious wishes. Freud theorized that everything we remember when we wake up from a dream is a symbolic representation of our unconscious primitive thoughts, urges, and desires. Freud believed that by analyzing those remembered elements, the unconscious content would be revealed to our conscious mind, and psychological issues stemming from its repression could be addressed and resolved.
All right, that's the first theory. It's from the 1900s, right? That's the like origin of psychoanalysis and the father of psychoanalysis, analysis, sorry, Sigmund Freud, who was theorizing about many things, and one of those things were dreams. What were we able to understand about this theory about dreams, Nelly?
That for Sigmund Freud, the dreams are the representation of our fears or of our desires, and they are related to our unconscious mind. And what we
Mhm.
remember about a dream is something that we can be able to, I don't know if it's the correct word, but like decodified or trying to understand to our conscious mind. So maybe we can get more information about ourselves uh, by analyzing our dreams or by or being able to study them.
Okay, okay, great. Again, first, I'm always going to make either a suggestion, a correction, or something else to improve, and then I'm going to make comments. The first one, again, be careful. You said we can be able to, right? But I think it's better if you only choose one of those expressions because actually, if you say can and you say be able to, they are like synonyms, right? It's like repeating the same word two times. Just that? Good? Yes? Correct? We dream about things that we saw throughout our day. There can be people, they can be objects. We dream of many things that we saw throughout the days, right? But these are not like the objects themselves. These are only symbolic representations, right? Or of many things that we either desire or have some emotions toward them. So I want to analyze some words with you to learn some vocabulary, Melissa. First, they are talking about that, right? That's related to the fulfillment of our subconscious wishes. For example, power can be a subconscious wish, security. Okay, the lack of security could be a subconscious wish, but they use also some other words that I would like to understand with you. First, they are talking about primitive thoughts, urges, and desires. That those are the main things, all right, that are unconscious in our minds. And of course, they cannot be conscious because they like generate like a lot of bad feelings in ourselves because of prohibition and many things. But I want to be sure that you understand this word over here, this one. I think that we have these words, right? Fear, strength, insecurity. Yeah, this is something very related to psychoanalysis, but your mom is not your mom. Your mom is just a representation of something. Status and lust. Do you understand all these words, Elisa?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, we're going to put that all right into a test because it's really important to be sure about that. And also, it's a good way of practicing, all right, speaking. We know fear, but I would like you to tell me about strength and lust. How can you explain strength with your own words and lust with your own words?
Mm, Strength is like, for me, it's about, I don't know, it can be physical
Mm-hmm.
uh, when you are a, I don't know if it's correct, when you are able to, I don't know, lift heavy weight or
Good. Yes.
being, I don't know, uh, physically strong, like you can push heavy things, you can lift weight. Maybe you can, like, I don't know, have physical activity without getting tired.
Hmm. Correct. Yes,
But
strength.
I don't know, it's probably related to weight for me in a physical way because you are able to be emotionally strong, but I don't know if that's something that could be accurate.
Okay, good. I agree with you. First, let me give me some comments on that. I agree with you. Okay, I totally agree with you. Strength can be like measured, right? Strength can be measured by how strong you are. It can be physically speaking, right? It can be emotionally speaking, psychologically speaking, all right? That's the strength. But of course, the most common one, and the people use this more commonly, is to physical strength, right? But strength can be related to anything that can be measured in terms of how strong you are. Good. What about lust? This is a word many people, right, are confused about these words, right, because they believe that this is the past of loss or something like that. But this is a different word, right? Lust. What do you think that lust is? It's Lust.
It's like desire when you want something. I don't know if it's related to something material or probably to someone when you desire a person or
Yeah.
someone, I don't know. But it's for me it's desire, probably more physical than I don't know, material.
Correct. Desire, most of the time, it's going to be a very specific desire, which is sexual desire. All right. So, yes, it's going to be related most of the times to someone. All right. Lust. Good. You have those words. That's very important. Now, I have one more thing over here. And for that, I'm going to finish the conversation. Here, they are also saying this is very important that when we get to analyze these dreams, these representations, and everything that we dreamt of, we can get to solve some problems. And they are using a very interesting word here. When we do that, we are able to, let me see if they are using here. Yes, address and resolve those problems. But the word that I want you to tell me or analyze to finish today is STEM. What do you think that is STEM? Here they are using the ing form. It says, and psychological issues stemming from its repression. What do you think is the meaning of that word?
I don't know. I don't I've never seen that word before. I
Okay,
think
I'm
um
going. Tell me, Melissa. It's good that you can guess because of the context. It's always helpful, even if you're not right. It doesn't matter. What do you say? I'm going to give you the context actually one more
um
time. Let me play this. Look, and here, Freud believed, and I'm going to play it. Let's pay attention to this last part.
and desires. Freud believed that by analyzing those remembered elements, the unconscious content would be revealed to our conscious mind, and psychological issues stemming from its repression could be addressed and resolved.
Okay, that's the idea. Again, they are using many different words. They are not easy to understand, but do you have any idea about STEM or STEMing?
mm, I have probably an idea, but it's in Spanish. I don't know how to say that in English.
How do you describe that word in Spanish, but without using Spanish? Try to describe that word using English.
Um, like something that is repressed but wants to come out, or
Okay.
like I don't know when like something that is repressed that wants to come out and probably it's been a secret for a long time and
All
it's
right.
something that bothers you and wants to explode, something like that.
All right. Yes, in repression, actually, everything that is repressed, right, according to psychoanalysis, it's something that wants to, right, come out in a certain way. That's related to repression, correct. But in this connection, I'm going to tell you, stem, well, the first meaning of a stem is the part of a plant, okay? Is the part of a plant. The main part of a plant from which you can grow some leaves, and it's going to be the support of the plant itself. But the meaning as a verb is the origin, all right? Where it's originated. So here, in other words, it's like psychological issues that are originated from its repression can be resolved. All right, so that's STEM, the origin or where something is originated. Good. We're finishing with this. I think we were able to cover some important words and talk about this very interesting topic. I want to know if you have any final comments or questions to finish this conversation, Melissa.
No, it's okay.
Good. Very good. We're going to continue watching in the next conversation some more theories about this, but I will also like to cover some other topics so that we can learn more vocabulary, right? Or increase the not only the amount of words that you know, but also uh, the amount of comprehension that you can have related to some words, because you know that very simple words can have many more meanings. So that's very important to know. I think that's going to be it. Then remember this, Melissa. The due date for the first unit is Monday at 11:59 p.m. Only the first unit. And on Monday, after the class that we're going to have, the first quiz is going to be assigned. Any more questions about that? Let me know, please.
No, it's okay. Thank you.
Great. No, thank you. Thank you for being part of the conversation. Have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, you too. Good night. Bye.
Bye bye. Good night.